So this is a green tea organic matcha powder from a small farm in Japan, and we're actually taking a trip to Japan next year that I'm really excited by. We're actually going to visit the farm where they grow this, and matcha is unique. It's a kind of green tea. It's called tencha, and it's a special green tea that is grown in shade. What they do is they use these big bamboo things to shade the matcha at different levels, and so like they'll put a bamboo screen that will let a certain amount of light in, and then they'll progressively add more and more shade, so that to the point the best matcha in the world is actually grown in near darkness towards the end of its life, right before harvest. And then so they do like a first flush, a second flush, third flush, which is a harvest, which is they basically go in and they take the smallest leaves, the smallest, sweetest, most immature leaves that they use for the highest grade matcha. They then stone grind that into a powder, and you get the whole leaf powder that you whisk into hot water or into smoothies or whatever, and that's how you get all the nutrition. Traditional green tea, you brew, right? It's an extraction. It's hot water over leaves, and then you get a green liquid. This, on the other hand, is the entire leaf with water or smoothies or whatever that you add. So you ingest the entire leaf. You get all that nutrition. That's why they say it's about equal to drinking 10 cups of coffee, or not coffee, tea, right? 1 cup of matcha is equal to about 10 cups of green tea in antioxidant value, right? So this is one of my favorites. Like this is good if you're trying to cycle coffee and you want to do something that doesn't have as much caffeine. It's got a little bit of caffeine, but it's got also L-theanine, which helps caffeine uptake at a slower rate, which gives you more of a mellow, sustained energy versus caffeine and coffee, which can tend to up and down, right? Now, this you can make lattes. You can do like add it to smoothies and recipes and drinks, whatever, or you can just do hot water. If you do just hot water, for something like this is actually a ceremonial bulk grade, and so it's a little bit close to culinary grade, which is a little bit more bitter, more mature leaves, and this is good for making like lattes and other things that has other ingredients because it is a little bit more bitter. If you want to do just straight iced matcha, in fact, this is a really good iced matcha, to be honest, it really is. Like if you add a little dash of lemon and maybe a dash of like xylitol or stevia to sweeten it up, amazing. But if you're trying to drink straight matcha with just water and matcha, most people are going to want the first or second harvest because it's the smallest leaves and the sweetest flavor, right? And so the later the harvest, they use the more mature leaves, and then you get more of those astringent compounds that make it a little bit more bitter, right? So again, this is one of my favorite products. It's one of our best sellers. It's a whole green leaf powder that is super good for you. It's got L-theanine, it's got caffeine. It's really good for studying and working. It's good for like a midday energy boost if you don't want to have caffeine that can keep you up, like too much caffeine, especially the L-theanine, which helps mellow you down and counteract the jittery effects of caffeine quite a bit. So awesome.